Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's international break and I just decided to make a quick video on Arsenal. Well, I think it's been 4 games of the season, just to sit down and basically just give a quick initial review of our season so far. Yes, I know it's only been 4 games, but I think a lot has happened, a lot of change, and I think it's worth just talking about it. And yeah, I mean, let's just get into it. Firstly, look, let's start off with the 4 games in general. I believe we have 3 wins and a draw. Now, that is, I mean, a good start. A good start. I mean, if you told me 3 seasons ago, if you take that start, yes, I would take that start. But when you look at the context, especially after last season, that result, especially against the Fulham, I'm sorry, that is a game we should be winning. When you look at our 4 games, I believe we should have won all 4. But of course, stuff happened, and football is unpredictable. And unfortunately, we didn't get the win. We don't have the perfect record, and we are behind Manchester City. But the good point is that a good sign is that it's only the start of the season, and the Premier League is unpredictable. Man City don't look so strong, but at the same time, they are Man City. But the good thing so far is that we haven't, there's not that much of a ground to cover against to catch up to Man City right now. So, but look, the start of the season, I would say with the signings we made, I was quite happy. I mean, before the Community Shield, I was quite happy with the signings we made. Ewan Timber, David Villa, who else was it? Declan Rice, and yes, obviously Kai Havertz. I was happy with the signing, but I think when Ewan Timber got injured, that's when my confidence started to get a bit affected. But then when you start seeing Arsenal play, with this new setup, obviously you see Arteta trying this whole new setup with this inverted right back Thomas Partey. I just felt that wasn't our strongest system, and he did go back to. I mean, he tried that system against Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and Fulham. We got by against those 2 games against Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest, but unfortunately against Fulham, it just didn't work. And it does so this season that Mikel Arteta is trying to go with the new system, but obviously against Manchester United, he saw it didn't work and he had to go back to basics. A player that's gone under a lot of pressure is obviously Kai Havertz. Now, Kai Havertz, for £65 million, he was always going to come with a lot of pressure, especially when you consider how many other players, what other players are available in the market. Every week you're seeing top clubs make these big signing midfielders who, personally for me, I feel like we could have signed them. The likes of James Maddison, McAllister is only going for 35 million, and obviously it puts a lot of pressure on Kai Havertz, because the question will always be on, maybe Arsenal shouldn't have signed him, and it's too early to judge him. I believe Kai Havertz does deserve a chance, but right now it's just simply not working, and Arteta himself does have to take a part, blame for it as well. It's not just Kai Havertz. You can see Kai Havertz is a player that lacks confidence right now. Against Manchester United, that chance, you've seen it. He lacks confidence right now. So I'm not a fan of Arteta just trying to force Kai Havertz into the team. I feel like you should really bed him in slowly. Give him a run of like 15-20 minutes into every game, because right now he is just trying to force Kai Havertz into the team, into the midfield. For me personally, I think I've said it in a previous year, I do not believe Kai Havertz is a midfielder. I think his best position is up forward. Maybe I could be wrong, but personally, when I do see Kai Havertz playing midfield, I just believe he doesn't have any standout qualities. I mean, he's not the best dribbler. He doesn't have the best eye for a pass. He's not he's not really known for creating chances. So I just believe that as a forward, he's more of a threat. He's a very intelligent player, by the way. He's an intelligent player. His off-the-ball movements are really good. But I feel like we could utilize that more in the midfield as a forward. Obviously, you saw against Manchester City when he did play. And for me, I think him playing against Manchester City, that performance was his best performance. And I think that if we do play Kai Havertz, we do play him up forward, because he's a great target man. Surprisingly, he's a really good target man. And you saw that against Manchester City. So for me, Arteta needs to find Kai Havertz's position. It's either centre forward or don't play him out, because he's clearly not working in the midfield. But maybe, who knows, that over time maybe he gets adapted. Obviously, we had a lot of players who didn't start off too well, but over time they adapted to the new position, and you saw just a different player. But yeah, in terms of Arsenal, look, we didn't start off very well. I still believe we are not playing our best football. Obviously, from last season to this season, our last season team would beat this season's team. And the difference between last season and this season is night and day. Last season, we're just so much more attacking, so exciting to watch. This season, we just haven't hit the gear yet. Maybe, obviously, it's the new players who are just trying to adjust to the system. But maybe it could also be we're just not the same Arsenal anymore. Maybe we're trying to adapt, change. But look, I'm confident in the team. I do believe over time we will get better. And one thing I have learned about the Premier League and also is it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish. And I think we saw that last season. We hit fifth gear last season so early, and eventually you saw that at the end of the season we just burnt out. Was Manchester City on the other hand just clicked in the right gear at the right time, and they just obviously won the treble. But that is that's I think that's just me trying to lie to myself, just trying to give myself some false confidence. But obviously there is some truth to it. Maybe Arteta is trying to just try out some new systems and hope we click in at the right time. Maybe he's trying to learn from last season against Manchester City. But yeah, that's just my initial thoughts. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. How are you feeling about this new-sided Arsenal? Are you confident? Maybe do you want to go back to the old Arsenal? Let me know in the comments. Hit a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time.